Alright, everybody, here we are, jumping back into part 2 of Lone Echo. We left off just getting to the transport to check some stuff outside, to try to check the anomaly. We just got done fixing the items inside the ship that had broken, and let's see where we go from here.
Prep for RCS thruster calibration. Please hold on to the railing for the duration of the test flight. Initiating RCS thruster test. In 3, 2, 1. RCS thruster check complete. Proceeding to primary thruster calibration. Reminder, please hold on to the railing. Igniting primary thrusters. In 3, 2, 1. Fury transport calibration complete.
Liv, the Fury transport is set for flight.
Great. Coordinates have already been uploaded to the Navcon. Just touch the marked location on the holomap and you'll be on your way. I'll monitor you from the bridge. Good luck.
Select your destination.
I'm underway. Distance to anomaly, 4,800 meters.
Copy that. I've a visual on your transport.
3,500 meters. 2,000 meters.
Steady as she goes. Godspeed. Look at that thing. Just incredible.
Oh.
Jack!
The Fury is malfunctioning. I have no control. I'm drifting toward the anomaly.
Remote link's been severed. I can't reboot the transport.
Should I be going out of here then?
Jack? Fury has completely dropped off my scope. Total loss of signal. It's gone.
On approach, I noticed the anomaly was pulling the surrounding debris into its center.
You think the anomaly's housing some kind of singularity?
That would be consistent with my observations, yes. Needless to say, I doubt we'll be seeing that Fury transport again.
Okay. Well, so much for scanning the anomaly up close.
Where should you want me to go now?
I think those disturbances might actually be electromagnetic pulses. You might not be able to scan the anomaly up close, but I think we can reconfigure a geological sensor to do the trick.
How so?
Well, if we can use it to read fluctuations in the magnetic field, we should be able to get a look inside. There's just several problems.
Go on.
I've got failures all over the facility. For this plan to work, we'll first need to clear up some problems in the container field, the primary dig site, and the processing line.
Send the details to my ARM computer.
Done. Let me know when you arrive at the sites.
Well, let's do the container field first. Investigate the container. Okay. Damn. I'm here. What is she going to do?
Approaching container field.
I'm picking up latent radiological activity in that area.
Something must have contaminated the cargo.
There's no way we'll get a clear read on the anomaly with all that interference. You'll need to find the source of the radiation and jettison it.
My scanner should help me track down the culprit.
Best guess, I'd say you're looking for levels around 80 or 90 decigrays. If you get into trouble, remember you can use the Fury module's induction panel to recharge your shields.
Radiation absorption at 30 decigrays and climbing.
You're getting warmer. Watch yourself.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Ah, sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container. Wait, something's wrong.
What is it?
I can't get the Fury transport to decouple from the container on the upper rack.
I can throw the manual override on the Fury's hitch. Stand by. I'll make my way up there now.
Damn.
The Fury's stuck on the upper rack. Throwing the manual override should get it moving.
Is this what you want me to do here? Well, I ain't touching nowhere there. The upper rack. Oh. A little bit off.
Approaching Fury transport.
Careful. Once you decouple the transport's hitch, the autopilot's likely to kick in. So either get clear or find something to hold on to.
She's a bit sketchy in this area.
Unlocking this hitch will release the Fury transport. Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good.
Affirmative, but the container was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
Shields at 95%.
What am I supposed What?
Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire shipment. Sometimes you just have to improvise.
Power supply ruptured.
Easy does it. Holy sh... What the hell just happened?
Explosive decompression. The escaping gas caused the container to jettison itself.
Okay, so not exactly what we were aiming for, but... well, I suppose that takes care of our radiation problem. Good work. The sensor should be able to scan the anomaly free of interference. Okay, good start. We still need to find out what happened at the primary dig site and on the processing line. Let me know when you find out more. Hold on. Something's wrong with that Fury transport.
The one that collided with the container. What's wrong with it?
I'm really not sure. It's moving erratically, veering wildly off its flight path.
Could be a problem with the Fury's flight dynamics.
Probably just need to reset the navcom. If you get a chance, would you mind looking into it?
Copy that.
And I'm not sure, but I think we might need to resynchronize the container field's inventory control system.
Are these issues urgent?
Not really. Neither one's going to keep us from scanning the anomaly. Consider them both secondary priorities.
All right. Oh yeah. Where are you at, you little son of a gun?
I'm still trying to work out just how the hell we wound up with a container full of concentrated deuterium.
I'm not certain. Deuterium is a byproduct of helium-3 atomic decay.
But helium-3 is a stable isotope. It would take centuries for it to decay. It doesn't make any sense.
Where'd it come out at? I don't know where those. There's a Fury transport over here too.
I'm not reading a signal from ComSat F7.
Well, damn. Hera, give us a level 1 diagnostic on all components.
Scanning.
Let's see. Looks like one of the ComSat's solar panels took some structural damage. It may have lost a few solar cells. You'll have to replace them. There should be some spares stored on the side of the satellite.
Ah.
That's one. Hera, status report.
Cell installation successful. 0 errors detected.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to next panel. Cell in place. One more to go. That's all of them. Hera, verify solar panel integrity.
Satellite F7 online. Solar panels optimal. Wattage stable.
Nice job. I'm getting a strong signal. It may actually help us get a better reading on the anomaly. Did you know that beforehand, Jag?
Of course, it only makes sense.
You can be quite the insufferable know-it-all sometimes, you know that.
Naturally.
Alright. That is not. Apparently I can't. There we go. There's 6 in a depleted grid. It says I didn't get any from inside. Oh, exterior. Dang. I don't even know where I came out of this thing yet. Oh, right there. So. Don't see any out here. Aha. Found you. Who's this? You can't talk?
Positive contact. Stabilizing.
You can't talk. Okay. The only guy I've seen outside, he won't talk. Alright, let's clear this. There's a runaway fury. Oh. Could I not? Weird. Something's weird going on there, so. Oh. Missed it. Got you. Right, yes,
Nice. Good work, Jack.
What is it?
Nothing. I'm sorry, it was like watching some sort of weird robot rodeo.
Oh,
Cowboy
thanks.
Jack ropes himself a fury.
Thanks.
Do I get a hat?
A hat, fancy boots, shiny spurs. We'll fix you right up. Till then, you can just leave the fury where it is. I'll have
Well,
Hera run some diagnostics on it before I can reconnect the remote link.
Copy that. I'm moving on.
Happy trails, partner.
Liv, you were right. The inventory control system is out of sync.
Probably got knocked off cycle by one of those pulses. In order to resynchronize the inventory system, you'll have to quickly scan each of the 3 I/O ports in the container field.
Hera, mark the location of each I/O port on my HUD.
Once you scan the first I/O port, you'll have roughly 70 seconds to scan the other 2. If you don't make it, the system will reset and you'll have to start again.
Okay, where's the last one then? Further that way, I guess.
That's one.
Clock is running. 70 seconds.
No, that's the Fury. Perfect, great.
"50 seconds remaining."
One more to go.
Oh, there's a sat.
30 seconds remaining.
Did I get it? No, I didn't.
Success. Inventory control station synchronized.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
That was much harder than I was expecting.
Well, nobody's perfect. Still, well done.
Alright, what's next? What's the processing line? Well, since I see the primary dig site. Things getting big. Excuse me.
Approaching primary dig site.
Any sign of activity? The whole site's gone dark and we need the comms array there to boost the data buffer from our sensor sweep.
All systems appear offline. Emergency lighting only.
Damn. Well, clearly something went wrong here.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a pattern.
No kidding. That should be the new Kronos 2 mission patch. Just something went wrong. In big, bold letters. Anyway, better get to it. Let me know what you find.
Well, thanks for the guidance on where to start.
Warning. Hazardous levels of radiation detected.
Of course.
Right on cue.
I'll try to get the site's radiation dampener online.
Good idea. Make sure to check its backup power supply. It may have a dead battery.
Superman. Oh my. Oh jeez, that's not good.
Shields at 50%.
What's to do with it?
This battery socket should provide backup power to the dampening field, even if the main generator is offline.
Okay.
Shields at 30%.
The Fury transport should have an induction panel where I can recharge.
Yeah, I need to go now. I'm about to die if I don't. That's where I need. Where's that one? This was. That shit happens quick. I don't know what else was to do with the battery there. But it's dead though.
Shields at 95%.
Oh, am I supposed to burn those off? No.
This radiation dampener will allow me to safely investigate the dig site, but I need to reactivate it first.
Shields at 50%.
Yeah, well. How?
Battery removed.
Oh.
It's definitely depleted.
Well, that explains that. Your Fury transport should have a spare you can replace it with.
Jesus.
Shields at 30%.
The backup battery should be on the aft of the transport.
Yeah, I saw it earlier. Thanks, before you guys tell me what I needed.
Battery acquired.
Oh, jeez. Bam. Ooh. Oh, shit.
Reboot initiated.
What happened?
My shield can only absorb so much radiation before sustaining irreparable damage.
Shields at 95%.
Shit. Oh. Sorry, dude. Oh, come on. That work? Oh, I'm still going down. I don't get it.
Shields at 50%.
It's a new battery.
Shields at 30%.
Bam. can't figure out what to do now. My shield depleted too fast for me to figure it out.
Shields at 95%.
Is there something I'm missing with this? Or more than one battery? What's going on here?
Shields at 50%.
I don't understand. It doesn't tell me what to do.
Shields at 30%.
I'm gonna die again. Activate the damn near things, man. I don't get it.
Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%.
There's nothing else to do.
Shields at 30%.
Doesn't tell me what anything else to do. Oh. This? No. Oh, fuck. This is crap, man. It's not telling me what to do. Put the battery in. If it switch, what am I missing?
Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%.
Oh.
That's way too much radiation, Jack. We'll need to activate the dampening field before you can safely investigate that area.
A fusion generator, more than capable of powering the entire dig site.
But this is after.
Reboot initiated.
I
Okay.
need to be more careful when operating in irradiated environments.
Doesn't fucking tell me where to go.
Shields at 95%.
Doesn't. I don't think this is working like it's supposed to.
Shields at 50%. Shields at 30%.
Okay. Doesn't. Is there something I'm missing here? It doesn't tell me what to fucking do.
Reboot initiated.
It's very annoying.
Shields at 95%.
Ugh. Bunch of puzzle pieces. This is barely just a headphone around.
Shields at 50%.
Yeah, I know if you would just tell me what to fucking do. But put the battery in.
Shields at 30%.
Power restored. I should be able to turn the dampener on now. Dampener online. Geiger readings nominal.
Nice job. That
The
should buy you some
battery's
time.
upside fucking
If the
down.
dampener goes down again, you can
Fucking
recharge
me.
the battery back at the Fury.
Holy shit, it's going down quick as fuck. Did I chunk the other battery?
I've located the site's labor units. They're unresponsive.
Damn. Try giving them a scan. Maybe that'll tell us what went wrong.
Broad spectrum lattice displacement. These labor units have suffered catastrophic radiation damage.
And all without setting off a radiation alarm or abandoning the site. It must have been sudden. Can you get a scan of the generator core as well? That's the most likely culprit.
Goodbye, labor unit.
Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
Oh. Oh, this is not the generator.
See if you can get the generator open, Jack. We need to get a look inside.
Maintenance panel removed.
How's it look?
The main reactor appears to be intact, but the fuel rod is partially melted.
Damn it. Better jettison it then. It may be good to scan it first, though. The data could prove useful.
The damage to this fuel rod is extensive, but I can't determine the cause.
Strange. Maybe a scan will give us more information.
Severe thermal damage detected. Main fuel supply depleted.
Depleted? Helium fusion rods can last a century. How could it discharge that much energy so quickly without exploding? Better jettison it, Jack.
Okay, you gonna tell me how we do this?
Security brace disengaged. Second security brace released. Manual ejection sequence online. Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now, just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
New core acquired. Returning to the generator.
New fuel element accepted. Please re-engage safety protocols. Control rods engaged. Fusion reaction initiated. Please initiate a manual reboot. Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly.
Alright then. What's this?
The data from your scans is bizarre. This sort of erosion... How could it have happened instantaneously?
Could the radiation have corrupted the data?
Possibly. But that can't be the only factor. This anomaly isn't just a mass of radiation. There's more to it than that. I'm certain now.
Where'd it go? We got an arm floating off in space now. Oh, that's good. Never be able to assemble this good.
Labor unit online. Proceeding with primary assignment.
I don't have another arm now. Oh. The other dude's arm is fucking gone.
Assemble those labor units when you get a chance, Jack.
Oh, there it is.
The Fury
Sweet.
transport should have arrived with them by now.
Labor unit online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan.
You mean until something goes wrong?
I figured that went without saying. We're almost there. We still need to investigate the processing line. Update me when you arrive. Oh, and Jack, if you have a moment, search the primary dig site for another labor unit. I'm getting a signal from one nearby and we could use the extra set of hands.
Alright. Well, I want to check out this concept.
That fuel rod was completely inert. It should have been good for another century before it burned out. Something very strange is going on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get sucked into this fucking thing. There's a ferry transport up here. Can I just be riding these things?
ComSat D4 is inactive as well.
Hera, run a diagnostic on satellite D4.
Scanning. Satellite offline. Solar panels are operational, but their current wattage is at 5% of their effective PTC rating.
Interference from the anomaly, I suspect. It should have a backup battery for these situations, though.
I'll open the maintenance hatch and take a look.
Wait, is that? No. I wonder if I could go to Memphis. Doesn't look that far away. It's looking like a maintenance hatch and a ComSat.
The satellite's maintenance hatch. I should open it up and check its backup power supply.
Okay. Oh,
Hatch open, checking the battery.
of course it's depleted. Oh. Yes, it's depleted. Now let me take it out. take it off. There's something I'm missing here. You know what I'm saying?
This battery's drained. I'll need to recharge or replace it on the Fury transport.
Man, I'm gonna haul ass for you. What's up with him?
Battery in place. Hera, status update.
Satellite D4 is still offline.
Strange.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That would probably work, actually.
Usually does. You should be able to cycle the power at the emergency control panel, near the top of the array.
Of course. Oh, this one's not scanned yet. Yeah, it is. What's wrong with him?
This is Captain Olivia Rhodes, personal log entry for... God, has it been 2 months already? Time flies when you're running an entire mining operation alone, I suppose. Well, not completely alone. That's the catch, isn't it? This new Series 11 android they've assigned me, Echo 1, he's like a second crew member. I'm not just talking about all the work he gets done, either. It's the questions, I think. He's always asking them. Why do I do this? What does that phrase mean? On and on. And the way he'll stare at things sometimes, like he's trying to deconstruct them. It reminds me of... well... I called him Jack the other day. Completely by accident. It just slipped out. Had to take a moment after that. It has to mean something, though, doesn't it?
Is this? I gotta find this on off switch here. It doesn't really tell me where. It's getting huge. I'm trying to find an on and off switch because no one can seem to tell me anything here. I don't get it. Where is this on and off switch? This section has been all about guessing where shit's at. It's the on off switch down here. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh. Okay. We didn't show up this. Oh, the audio log earlier. This is what I was hoping the switch would be at. It doesn't appear to be so. Does not tell you where this power bond is. It's very annoying. Why isn't it highlighted right now? Nope. No idea. It doesn't tell me what power is, so I'm done. I'm not gonna float around this thing forever looking for a button. Okay, it could just show you, so tell me where it's at. Top of the array. Nothing's highlighting anywhere. Is there a hole right there? There is.
My sensors are picking up a signal from deeper inside this cave.
There he is.
Something's damaged this labor unit. Perhaps I can repair it. Liv, I've found the labor unit. It has been dismembered, and it may have suffered internal damage as well.
Try to get its limbs reattached at least. We can perform a more thorough diagnostic later.
Everybody, where's your arm at? This shows me where his arm, but won't show where the fucking button is. That's unfortunate.
Repairs complete. Unit 38, are you operational?
Affirmative. I feel lovely. Just lovely. How are you?
Are you hugging me?
You have definitely sustained internal damage.
Negative. This unit is operating at 10,000% efficiency. As you can see, the bridge is in excellent condition.
This is a cave.
Negative, negative, negative. This is the bridge. I recommend you schedule yourself for maintenance, Echo 1. You are being very negative.
Liv, I've found the missing labor unit near the primary dig site and, well, it's disoriented.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Is that Captain Rhodes? Are you speaking to Captain Rhodes? Please tell her that I am nearly finished clearing her browsing history, as requested.
Maybe you should just leave it alone for now.
That may be for the best.
What's the problem? Oh.
Inbound on the processing line.
So, we're going to need a lot of energy for this sensor sweep, but the pulse knocked out the flow control on the plasma lathes. They're burning out of control and draining the power reserves.
One of us will need to enter the processing line and reach the emergency reset.
Well, I'd do it, if you'd let me.
I find your disregard for your own safety confounding.
That's why we make such a good team. You're my voice of reason. My Jiminy Cricket.
In that case, we're doomed.
The pulse has the electronics in that area on the fritz. If you reset the power transformer, I may be able to run a diagnostic.
The door is sealed, but it looks like some of the labor units are still online.
Well, they're not responding to comms. If you reset the transformer above you, I might be able to get one to open the line for you.
Whoa! Ow! Oh, there's a dude up here just chilling. Whoa.
Grid stabilized.
The control hub in that area is back online. I've re-established contact with the labour unit manning the line entrance below. He should open the door for you.
Echo unit identified. Opening service entrance.
I should be able to reach the manual reset on the other end of the line.
You mean past the inferno of white-hot plasma?
Correct, which is precisely why I'm the one doing it.
All right. Great.
The door controls are functioning normally. I can leave its operation to the labor
Oh,
unit.
jeez.
Oh. Jack? Jack, are you there?
Another EMP. Status report?
All clear here. But the line's throttle controls just went haywire. Be careful in there.
Oh my. Ooh.
That's a lot of flotsam. Better make sure nothing's jammed the conveyor systems. Could cause problems when we reboot.
I'll inspect the ice pallets.
Ooh.
More debris. Make sure you clear any jammed conveyors before moving on.
Oh man, I missed some debris.
Melted clean through.
Maintenance units shouldn't be entering the line while the cutting systems are active.
Well, they are.
Something's very wrong here.
Something must have interfered with the nav protocols.
Yeah, looks like. Labor units shouldn't just run face first into a hostile environment.
What the hell? Jesus.
Any sign of a working hard drive in all this wreckage?
Not yet. Most command functions are processed in a unit's head.
Well, if you see one, give it a scan. I could use the data.
Pallet clear.
Stubborn bastard.
This candidate delivery ahead. Well, there's a head way back there. I ain't going back with the head now. Bear it in mind.
Approaching watch station.
The switch there should trigger an emergency reboot.
I don't know how I just made it through there. I don't think I did.
Direct connection established. Synchronizing data stream.
Nav data purged. Chronos uplink lost. Executing last known command. Collision detected. Damage report. Unavailable. Lower limbs non-ambulatory. Upper limbs non-ambulatory. Excessive command feedback. Critical failure. All systems. Shutting down.
Well, that was certainly horrifying.
Reset in progress.
Power output back within normal parameters. We should have plenty of energy for the scan. Nice moves in there. Just watching that was giving me a cardiac. Jack, looks like everything's back up and running.
Affirmative.
Grab a Fury and head for the depleted dig site. I'll fill you in on the way.
You already scanned? Grab a Fury. Well, where's my closest Fury at there? Girlfriend?
En route to the depleted dig site.
Good. When you get there, you'll need to aim the sensor array at the anomaly. I'm heading out to rig up the transponder.
I thought we agreed that you'd stay on board the station.
Sorry, Jack. I need a direct line into the lathe systems to siphon the power supply.
Liv, the plasma lathes have already malfunctioned once. That's extremely dangerous.
Relax. I double-checked the failsafes and I've shut down the main relays. I'm following protocol to the letter. Mostly.
Confidence inspiring.
Select your destination.
Primary, right?
Destination, primary dig site. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Oh no, depleted dig site. Damn it.
Select your destination. Destination, depleted dig site. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
I've reached the depleted dig site. Are you in position?
Just arrived. Go ahead and bring it online. I'll manage the power supply from here.
Affirmative. I'll activate the site's generator.
Right. Just make sure you've completed all your other tasks before you get started. This scan could take a while, and I'll need you there.
What?
I admit, I would have never considered using our geological sensor this way. It is highly unorthodox.
Well, unorthodox improvisations happen to be a speciality of mine. My father always liked to say, you've got to be prepared to be unprepared. Been hearing that phrase in my head all morning, let me tell you.
Where's the generator for this? Oh. Right there.
The site's generator is still in working order. I'll get it up and running.
Good. That should bring the sensor online.
Dig site generator online. Core samples processing. All systems nominal.
This site's generator can only power a few systems at a time. I'll need to make sure its power junction is directed towards the sensor array.
Um.
Power rerouted. Liv, how are your energy readings?
So far, so good. Head to the sensor and bring it online.
Sensor reached.
Look for the main control console. You should be able to activate the sensor from there.
Sensor powering on.
Confirmed. You'll need to rotate the dish so it faces the anomaly before we can get a clear reading. Jack, it's working. The signal's getting stronger. Keep going.
The array is now pointed at the epicenter of the anomaly.
Perfect. Give me a minute to process the data. What the...
Yeah.
Jack, what happened? I lost my connection to the sensor.
Energy spike from the anomaly. I think it blew the fuse.
Shit. Those sensors are sealed before deployment. Okay, you'll need to cut through to access the fuse box.
This has to be against protocol.
Well, I find it's easier to get things done if you think of the field manual as guidelines, rather than regulations.
The filament popped. We'll need a new one.
There should be plenty of spare fuses around. Look for a replacement.
Of course. Oh, the thing that I opened earlier.
Power level stabilizing.
Good. Let's get the sensor back online so we can finish the scan.
Sensors back online.
Connection established. Now we just need to realign the array.
Signal synchronized. Scanning inner horizon.
Liv, array is realigned. Can you confirm? Liv, do you copy?
I think it worked, Jack. I picked up something on the oscilloscope. I'm patching the audio through. Do you hear that? What the hell is this? Ah!
Liv. Olivia.
Jack, I need you. Find a Fury transport and get back here now.
Uh-oh. Yeah, my game's getting all kinds of fucking glitchy. Really glitchy.
Select your destination.
Captain Rhodes. Ah. Are we working or are we floating there? Oh, you're in there.
Emergency services.
Thank God for you.
Clearing.
It just switched on.
Captain Rhodes, sitrep, please.
Oh,
The
fuck.
automatic release protocols aren't working. I'm wedged between the trolley and the rail. Can you see a way to get me out?
Negative. It's trapped beneath the cowl.
The access cover. If you cut through the bolts, we can get a look inside. There! If you cut through the panel, I can pull myself free.
Anomaly detected. Proximity alert.
Jack?
The pulse knocked out my cutting tool. Rebooted.
Jack!
Come
Look!
What? Oh, my game is frozen.
The anomaly is changing. What the hell? Jack, are you seeing this?
Area unsafe.
Cutting
Shit!
tool back online.
Holy shit, it's a fucking
Incoming,
spaceship.
Jack! Cut the panel!
Olivia.
That's it! You got it!
Captain Rhodes.
Wait! Shit!
Oh my god, come here, Captain.
Come on! Come on!
Oh my god. What happened? Did I die? Oh,
Liv.
fuck.
Liv, do you copy? Are you all right?
Our game is not like
Hera, locate Captain Rhodes. Nothing.
I mean, excuse me. What to do? Oh, there we go. Something. Damn, my thing's getting so lag.
Proximity alert. Proximity alert. Proximity alert.
Hera,
Good morning, Echo One. It is encouraging to see you have finally recovered.
Hera, what happened? Where is Liv?
131.
Station has suffered extensive structural damage from the debris field. My program was forced into hibernation mode shortly after Captain Rhodes' departure.
Departure.
Departure? Where did she go?
Captain Rhodes did not specify a destination. However, the captain did prepare an emergency beacon. You will find it nearby.
Emergency beacon. Got it. I'll have a look.
Mayday, Mayday. Titan Command, if you're out there, this is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Kronos 2 is lost. Say again, my station has been compromised. We were hit by a debris storm caused by the arrival of an unknown vessel in our sector. Damage is catastrophic. Honestly, it's a miracle I'm alive. I'd never have made it if Jack hadn't cut me free. But he won't reboot. He's gone. I can't stay here. Main power's offline, we've lost atmosphere. Radiation levels are climbing fast. I've no choice but to take my chances aboard the unknown vessel. It's a long shot, but if there's any hope I might be able to survive on that ship, I have to try. Titan Command, if you're receiving. Hell, if anyone's receiving. Come find me.
Hera, are there any Fury transports still operational?
Affirmative.
Reroute the nearest transport to the station airlock. I'm going to find Liv.
Let's see, the airlock.
Hera, open the activation bay doors.
Echo 1, I am obligated to inform you that leaving the station is a violation of Atlas protocol.
What just happened?
The captain's safety is my highest priority, is it not?
Affirmative.
The captain is in danger. It is my responsibility to help her. Now please, open the doors.
Reboot initiated.
Hera, can you locate Liv's transport?
Negative. Sensor network offline.
What if I were to repair one of the satellites?
Affirmative. A single sensor pulse from one of the satellites would likely be sufficient.
Then that is our first stop.
Shields at 95%.
Oh my goodness. Go blasting through.
Hera, I have a visual on the Fury. Is it ready to launch?
Negative. Detecting hazardous levels of radiation. Fury controls are currently locked in accordance with Atlas protocols. Please activate the transport's radiation dampener before departure. Shields at 95%.
Dampening field activated.
Acknowledged. Long-range sensor satellite located. Plotting course.
All right, let's go find our captain.
Holy shit, I didn't even see that. What the fuck?
Select your destination. Destination, Sensor Satellite A2. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Holy shit. It's like cut.
Hera,
Yeah.
status report.
Repairs to satellite must be completed before long-range sensors can be restored.
Understood. Hera, what are these unusual growths covering the satellite?
Unknown. Recommend further investigation.
Agreed. Begin new log entry.
Acknowledged. Scan data received. Stand by.
A fibrous texture. It does not appear to damage my exoskeleton.
Echo 1. Advise you refrain from haphazardly touching the unidentified substance.
Well, too late now.
Recommend performing a visual examination.
Curious. Labor units are designed to maintain limited functionality, even after suffering catastrophic damage. But this unit appears to have ceased all internal functions. It is beyond recovery. Commencing visual assessment. Substance possesses an uneven surface and visible diversity, suggesting it is likely organic in nature. Its sudden emergence in our ecosystem would seem to indicate the substance is somehow related to the arrival of the unknown vessel.
Advise using your reactive cutter to acquire a sample.
This debris is not part of the satellite. It must have come from the unknown vessel. Strange. Hera, did you see that? The substance appears to have been provoked by my reactive cutter.
Acknowledged. Logging interaction.
Unfortunately, this means I won't be able to procure a sample.
Investigation complete. Logging all observations of the biomass under the heading Unknown Biological Threat.
Very well. Let's see if I can get this satellite operational.
All right.
This panel is sealed on deployment. I'll need to cut it open to access the power flow controls.
Of course.
This switch designates the satellite's power source. It is currently set to draw power from the batteries.
I'm probably gonna need these.
Hera, I've located the maintenance hatch.
Acknowledged.
Of course. It's a battery from the Fury.
I'll need a power cell.
Oh. The fuck? What is going on?
Battery locked in. Hera, the power is waking up the biomass.
Advise caution.
Oh.
That did it. The satellite is now fully operational. Hera, please begin a long-range sensor sweep looking for any Fury transports.
Acknowledged. Echo 1. Long-range scanners have located Captain Rhodes' Fury transport. Signal originates from within the unknown vessel.
Understood. Plot a course.
Acknowledged. Fury transport ready to depart.
Oh, shit. To space.
Select your destination. Destination, Fury Transport
That's right.
FR-103. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Hera, take us along the starboard side of the vessel. Begin scanning the hull for distinguishing features or markings.
Acknowledged.
Goodness.
Be advised. Reducing speed.
What is it?
Possible visual markings identified on hull.
Hold here. I'd like to get a closer look with the Fury spotlight. Hera, could this be some form of writing system?
Cross-referencing against all known written communication systems in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. No matches found.
Assemble a table for lexical analysis. We need to keep moving.
Acknowledged. Re-engaging thrusters on your input. Select your destination. Warning, obstruction ahead. Searching for alternate route.
Dead end. I can use the Fury spotlight to help Hera find a clear path. There. That passage looks clear. Hera, can you confirm?
Affirmative. Plotting new course. Plotted. Signal when ready to proceed. Select your destination.
Bless. Well, I was going to stop the video and for now, but we'll see. Oh,
Proximity alert. Brace for collision.
what the hell? What is this? There's a tail sticking out.
Hera, give me an analysis of this vessel's design, layout, construction, anything that might help to determine its origin.
Affirmative. Stand by. The vessel's overall configuration is unfamiliar to Atlas databanks. However, certain elements of the internal design would suggest...
Hera, do you copy? The ship must be interfering with our comms.
We go ahead.
Liv's signal is coming from somewhere in the vicinity. I should investigate the area.
Oh, of course. Investigate lives. Oh, there is the Fury.
The vessel is highly irradiated. Liv's transport must have had a radiation dampener. I may be able to reactivate it. That should protect me from the radiation. Liv must have used this to find a way inside.
There's her beacon.
To anyone receiving this message, this is Captain Olivia Rhodes. I'm alive, at least for the time being. Kronos 2's ability to sustain life has been compromised in a... Well, I've been left with little choice but to seek refuge aboard this unknown vessel. If you're receiving this, Titan Command, please send help as soon as you can. The area is heavily irradiated and... Shit. I can't stay here. Maybe I can get inside. Right, Captain Rhodes signing out.
An airlock, but it appears to be offline. This could be some sort of control panel, but it has no obvious means of engagement. It may not be receiving power.
Good job, Jack boy. Oh.
The hull here is compromised. I may be able to cut my way in.
Crazy.
With the amount of biomass in the area, it seems likely that this vessel is the source. This looks like some kind of maintenance conduit. I may be able to restore power to this section of the ship from here. This looks like an auxiliary power supply, but the biomass has rendered it inoperable. An ionized fluid reservoir, charged contact point.
Did I go there? Yeah. is a cutout right here.
The hull is weakened here as well. My cutter should be able to get through.
Oh, sweet. Oh, look at these fucking batteries.
An auxiliary power supply. Offline, but undamaged. Power cell installed. Now to replace the rest. Looks like the airlock is powering on. If it's functional, that's my way inside.
What way? Oh, that airlock outside, alright. Oh, jeez.
The controls now have power, but I am unfamiliar with its holographic interface. If Liv came this way, she may still be in range of my personal communicator. Liv, do you copy? Olivia, are you there? Still jammed. No choice but to follow her trail for now.
Well,
The cabin is pressurized, but the air is reading unbreathable. Could it be the biomass?
where the hell does it want me to go now?
This is similar to the emergency junctions on the Kronos. I may be able to redirect the power flow, but I'll need to cut this cover off first.
I don't even know where I'm trying to go here.
It looks like I can access the ship's infrastructure from here.
Okay.
The data displayed here does not match any code or language listed in my database.
Okay. Let's do.
Those spores could be what's contaminating the air supply.
So am I supposed to be going to check them or what?
These spores detonate on contact. They would deplete my radiation shield in short order if I don't avoid them.
Alright. Avoid those guys. Oh, I can get up there.
The door is blocked by the biomass. I'll need to find another way around.
Okay. This is something. I missed everything again.
Widespread biocontamination. I should be careful.
Oh, great. She said bouncing all over the place.
The biomass over there went dormant when the power failed. It seems to be tied directly to the vessel's power grid. This bulkhead is sealed. Maybe I can cut through to reach the locking mechanism. Locking mechanism released. Now to pry the door open.
Oh
This appears to be releasing spores into the air supply. A bioweapon, perhaps.
Guess I'll keep going in here.
I can re-enter the main cabin from here.
That's where I started? No. Oh.
Curious, these warheads don't match anything in my database.
No, they look human too.
I'm able to draw power from this. I can use it to replenish my radiation shield if necessary.
Oh.
What is that? Strange.
Oh, I'm getting radiated.
This area is highly irradiated. My scanner might help me find a safe path across. One of the doors here must still have power.
Oh. Okay. Don't see anything that has power still.
Radiation levels falling. The warheads here must be unarmed. This door is unpowered. I'll need to find another way forward.
Of course. What is this? Okay. Something to do with this thing. Doesn't open. Or did that one just do the power? What's this? Lights. Alright, where am I going? Oh yeah. Oh my. Bad idea. Oh my. Ow. that do any good? I needed to wear it right where it started. Ooh. You know, but I didn't do any good. What the hell? Oh. Oh god. Oh god.
That was repulsive.
Oh god.
The cysts appear to react to
Oh,
external
God.
energy sources, just like the biomass. Only the reaction is much more custom. I'll need to steer clear of them.
I got these inside this plane. Makes sense. Oh,
Contact with the biomass. I should avoid active material.
great. Alright, one more try. If we can't make it through here, I will stop this video and start another one for a later time. This one's getting quite long. Oh no. Well guys, it's gonna be the end of this video. Until next time. Bye bye.